What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about immersion and how I am tracking it. Now, I'm tracking in the spreadsheet, but I'm going to show you how I get to that stuff. So, which I didn't start tracking until the 4th, and I didn't start tracking my passive until the 9th of April, but this is kind of just the generic spreadsheet that I have. And I'll show you how to calculate these numbers as well within YouTube. I was showing this to Matt, and just through explaining it to him a little bit, I thought I would just make a video for the community. And again, this doesn't have to be MIA specific to Japanese or anything. This can be anything you're working on. So, and you can set up your spreadsheet. I've seen spreadsheets that are set up way cleaner and nicer than this, but this works for me, man. I don't want to spend a lot of time on a spreadsheet. This is just a super simple thing. And yeah, so here we go. So basically, obviously, and this is in Google Sheets. That way I can do it anywhere. I can do it on my phone or whatever. It's in just Google Sheets. So tab 1A right here, I have set up, if you go to format, I have it under number and I have it under date. Not sure why it's not set to date there. But anyway, that way it's just the date. But I mean, that tab really doesn't matter as much. Under C right here, I just have a space there just for whatever. I have active immersion, again, format, number, and this is going to be duration. And the way that you calculate those numbers are simply, like, let's say you watch an hour and 40 minutes. That's going to be 1 hour, 40 minutes, colon, and then 0, 0. You can calculate seconds as well, but boom, it'll do that right there. And I'll show you how it'll change these as well. A lot of you guys may know this, but I just wanted to make this so I don't really calculate the seconds. If it's not quite a full minute, I round down. I mean, so, you know, whatever. So, but anyway, that's the format. It's 0, 0, colon, 0, 0, colon, 0, 0. And then that's like the milliseconds, which I wouldn't worry about either. So, but anyway, so I have that set as duration. Same thing with passive. I format the tab number. I have that under duration, and that gets you set up on that. And I'll show you how to calculate these. Obviously, if you're watching just Netflix or something, you simply, let's say you watch a 30-minute show. Well, you would 0, 0, colon, 30 minutes, colon, 0 seconds. Boom, right? So that would get you there. But I'll get into YouTube here in just a second. And then, basically what I count for passive is I try to have, today I didn't hit as much. I try to have a stream of Japanese going into my ear pretty regularly. And so that's what my passive is. People count different things. Like, some people count one thing as passive and some people don't. The only thing that I count as active immersion is when I am visibly watching a TV show and listening at the same time, or reading the subtitles, because I did start, after having a conversation with Matt 2 days ago, I had a Skype thing with him just to make sure I was kind of on the right track here, because I'm almost 2 weeks in. But talking about reading, I have gotten into reading, and I am counting that when I'm reading subtitles. I don't do it all the time, but I try to hit that kind of like a little bit of time just to do that. So, which I did today, and it seemed to work well in terms of picking words up and stuff like that. But anyway, so that's just a rundown. Passive is anything, even if I'm actively listening, like if I'm listening to a podcast and I'm really concentrating, I still don't count that, because, like, to me, the active part is kind of that full taking in, you know, the visual aid as well. So, but again, you can count however you want. I don't really, that's each individual one. So over here, I just have column 1 just called active. And then for active, you do this formula right here. It's equals sum, and then a parentheses, and then whatever tab it is. This is minus C. You simply just highlight the tab. So you would just say equals sum. Let me see if I can do it right here just so you can see. So it's going to be equals sum, parentheses, and then you're going to just click D, and then parentheses, and enter. So boom, see there, you can see the passive. That is what matches the passive. So that's the formula, equals sum D, and you're good to go from there. Same thing with passive. This is minus D. So active is C, passive is D. And again, you just click on whatever it is. And for total, you simply do the sum equals, and then you click that, and then so I'll show you again right here, just to show you sum equal, and then boom, and then you're gonna do plus, and then boom, and then parentheses, and boom, there is your total. So I'm not going to get into my goals and stuff right now, simply because that'll be my month update and show you guys where I have. But I mean, as of right now, and especially for not tracking the whole time since April 1st, I've immersed 42 hours, and 17 and a half, or almost 17 and a half of that is active, which is actually more because I didn't count the first couple of days. But anyway, so the other way that I track this, now you're probably wondering, how do you get, especially if you're doing YouTube, how do you concentrate on what is active and what is passive? Well, and Matt made a video on how to create YouTube channels for the same account, but different, under different names. And so basically that's what I did. I have a account, it's Tejinashi. I used to do sleight of hand card magic, so I thought that would be just kind of a cool name. No, I'm not going to post anything on here, but so I have a passive and an active. So I go to my passive account, and I started queuing up some playlists here, and also I did set my country to Japan, and you know, all the videos that are recommended for the most part are Japanese, but I don't really pay attention to this one that much because I basically go in here and I'll add stuff to a playlist that is Japanese, and the only playlist I have right now are TED Talks, and it's all just Japanese TED Talks, and this is just to hear the language being spoken regularly, okay? And so, and I'm going to get to how you track this in just a second, but I'll show you the other one as well. I also have this one right here, which doesn't have the word passive onto it. So if I'm watching YouTube videos for the sake of entertainment, then I will watch it on this account, and that is how I keep the numbers separate, which I have subscribed to a couple of channels on here. I watch some Mario Maker stuff, and there's some vloggers and stuff like that that I found that are enjoyable, at least in terms of what they're showing, and hopefully that'll help. So now here's the thing that I don't know, I haven't found, and I haven't really Googled it. I'm sure there's a way, but I don't really know exactly. But even if you hate using the YouTube app on your phone, you can watch every video on YouTube and then just simply have the app for this purpose only. So on the app, if you click, I'm going to try to show this. I don't know if I can or not. Hopefully the camera, I don't know, there's a video playing there. I don't want to count and get my time up or anything. So anyway, up in the top corner, you click on your profile indicator. If I can do it backwards through my camera here, I don't think I can. Apparently I'm having trouble. There we go. You look on the indicator in the top right corner, and then you're just going to scroll down to where it says time watched. Okay, so you click time watched. Boom, today I've watched 3 hours and 38 minutes. Hopefully that's showing up pretty well, which is what I have in my spreadsheet here. That is passively, okay? And then again, the reason that I have that separate account is just with the click of a button, boom, you can, hopefully you guys can see this, sorry if you cannot, but with the click of a button, you just, you actually hold it down. Let me try to show you. I'm gonna try to, so you click and hold your indicator. No, why can't I do it reverse? There we go. All right, so let's try that again. Click and hold, and then, yeah, and then boom, change it over to your other one. So this is my one that I watch. There's sounds, but boom, time watched, and then so far I've watched 24 minutes today. That was because today I wanted to finish Erased. I've watched 3 episodes of Erased, but I am going to watch some more YouTube here in a second. But anyway, that is how I track it. Hopefully that is useful to you all. Like I said, you can kind of just do whatever you want in terms of what you consider active and what you consider passive. This may be taking it a little bit too far, but this has actually worked pretty easy for me. You know, when I go into work, and by go into work, I mean sit down exactly right here because I work from home right now. I simply make sure that I'm logged in to my passive account. So switch account. I'll go to the passive one. And then I will go to, usually I'll go to my TED Talks playlist and start, and it just, boom, plays, boom, 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 boom. Having the language set to Japanese is great, or the country set to Japanese is great because it is, Everything recommended will be Japanese, but that playlist will last a couple of hours. And then I try to add some just periodically just to have additional content. I know there's a lot of arguments in passive versus active. My issue and the reason that I constantly try to have a stream going on, and I know you probably are thinking constantly, 3.5 hours isn't constantly, but the thing is like, which I've immersed for, so add the 25 minutes, almost, closing in on 2 hours today, and that'll pass 2 hours today. It's 10:34, and I'm going to watch a couple of more things. But the reason I have that is because if I'm sitting here and like, if there's just even just the slightest second where I sit and have like this mental lapse and like, oh, I can sit and concentrate for a second, there's Japanese in my ear. I don't have to go searching for a video. I don't have to go and make sure I'm anywhere. Like, it's already going. And now, does that mean I've listened to 3 hours and 38 minutes of Japanese today? No, but I've heard additional Japanese just based on it constantly playing. So that's the point on that. But that is how I am tracking my time. I don't really, I know that maybe this seems like a waste of time, but my main goal with this is to simply see where I'm at and to just ensure, because if I'm tracking this, like, if there's a couple of days I didn't hit an hour of immersion, and I can see kind of my patterns and my habits of that day and see how I need to adjust. So, but anyway, I'm going to end this video here. That is how I track it. I will link Matt's video to creating separate YouTube channels down in the description below, so you can check that out. I'm not going to get into it here because he has a whole great video explaining that. And that is pretty much what I'm doing. So if you have any questions about, MIA or what I'm doing, I will have a month video. I'll probably have videos in between as well, but I'll have a month video specifically on what I've done and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any, like I said, any more questions about tracking or setting up spreadsheets or anything like that, let me know, and I will try to answer the best I can. Thank you guys, and I will see you all in the next video.